Hello friends, thank you for watching. While I introduce this video, I thought it would be nice to start with a sampling of the Cambodian landscape in the background. We have taken all of these pictures ourselves. Cambodia is a beautiful country, very lush and green. Some of the things I never cease to enjoy are the colorful sunsets, the tall palm trees that almost always dot the landscape, the water buffalo and cows that seem to be everywhere, and picturesque dirt roads. The rest of this video, however, is all about the churches and chapels we have had the privilege of worshiping in here in Cambodia. You'll see photos not only of the buildings, but also various statues, Advent wreaths, and nativity scenes. I have been so blessed by the opportunity to attend church in different cultures, and I simply wanted to share my experience, hoping that some of you may be blessed in the same way I have been. One aspect I love about attending church in another culture is the opportunity to see things with fresh eyes. Imagine things that you have seen over and over in your local church, the decor, an Advent wreath, paintings, or a statue. And suddenly you're able to see them in a way, presented in a way you never would have imagined. This always helps me to, again, appreciate these items and remember their purpose in drawing us to God. But far more significant than that, however, is that worshiping God, getting to worship God alongside others from an entirely different culture and corner of the world, reminds me of how big God is, particularly getting to hear others worship God in a language other than my own. It reminds me that God knows and understands every single language, dialect, and even accent on the face of the earth. There is no one anywhere who lifts a prayer to God who won't be understood. I already believed that truth, but whenever I see that truth in action, when I witness and hear others praising the Lord in another language, I marvel at just how immense our God is. Another thing that evokes the same sense of wonder in me is seeing different versions of the nativity scene. When I see Mary and Joseph depicted from another race or wearing clothing that they probably didn't have in first century Israel, I'm not one to think, well, that's not historically accurate. Rather, the variety of the nativity scenes reminds me of the simple but powerful truth that Jesus came into this world for everyone, for each individual in every corner of the world. He came for every people group and every culture. He came for every time period. That truly means that despite current popular rhetoric to the contrary, there is no culture that Jesus can't fit into. There's no time in history for which Jesus is not relevant. Jesus remains the ultimate fulfillment for each one of us, providing the greatest joy and the greatest love for every single person, regardless of our culture or our place in history. I hope you enjoy the next few pictures, accompanied by a beautiful song in Khmer. This was sung by the choir at the Church of the Child Jesus in Phnom Penh. And thank you so much for watching.